Hello, believers of Christ. Have you ever picked up a Bible and felt a little overwhelmed by its size, or wondered how its 66 different books fit together? It's like opening a library and not knowing where to start. Well, you are not alone. Today, I am going to demystify the structure of the Bible, giving you a clear overview of its various books. Understanding this foundational layout isn't just academic. It can truly transform and enhance your entire Bible reading experience. So, let's dive in. At its core, the Bible is divided into two major parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. Think of them as two monumental acts in one incredible divine story. First, let's journey back in time and explore the Old Testament. This section lays the groundwork for everything, chronicling the history of God's dealings with humanity, particularly with the nation of Israel, before the coming of Jesus Christ. It's a rich tapestry of creation, law, history, poetry, and prophecy. The Old Testament starts off with what we call the Pentateuch, also known as the Torah or the Law. These are the first 5 books. Genesis, telling us about creation, the fall of humanity, the flood, and the beginnings of God's covenant with Abraham. Exodus, narrating the liberation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt and God giving the law at Mount Sinai. Leviticus, focusing on the laws for holiness and worship. Numbers, detailing Israel's wilderness journey and censuses. And finally, Deuteronomy, which is essentially Moses' farewell speech, re-emphasizing the law before entering the Promised Land. Following these foundational books, we move into the historical books. These continue the story of Israel's life in the Promised Land, their kings, their judges, and their eventual exile. Here you'll find Joshua and Judges, recounting the conquest of Canaan in the era of the Judges. Ruth, a beautiful story of loyalty and redemption. The Samuel and Kings books, detailing the rise and fall of the monarchy, including figures like David and Solomon. And the Chronicles, which offer a priestly perspective on Israel's history. Then we encounter the wisdom and poetry books, filled with profound insights into life, suffering, worship, and wisdom. This includes beloved books like Job, exploring the nature of suffering. The Psalms, a collection of songs and prayers. Proverbs, offering practical wisdom for daily living. And Ecclesiastes and the Song of Solomon. Finally, the Old Testament closes with the prophetic books. These mighty voices warned Israel about their sins, called them back to God, and foretold the coming Messiah. They are divided into major prophets like Isaiah and Jeremiah, including Lamentations, Ezekiel, and Daniel, due to their length and scope, and then the 12 minor prophets from Hosea to Malachi. Now, let's transition to the New Testament. This section centers entirely on the life, ministry, death, resurrection, and teachings of Jesus Christ, and the establishment and spread of the early Christian church. It's where the promises of the Old Testament find their ultimate fulfillment. The New Testament opens with the Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. These 4 unique accounts provide eyewitness testimonies of Jesus' life, miracles, teachings, crucifixion, and resurrection. They are the heart of the Christian message. Following the Gospels, we have the book of Acts, often called the history of the early church. This book, written by Luke, chronicles the incredible spread of the gospel from Jerusalem to Rome, driven by the power of the Holy Spirit and the ministry of the apostles, especially Peter and Paul. Next, we find the epistles or letters. These are vital letters written by apostles, primarily Paul, books like Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians, Timothy, Titus, and Philemon, and other apostles like Peter, James, and John, books like Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and Jude. These letters provide theological teaching, instructions for living a Christian life, and encouragement for believers in early churches. And finally, the New Testament concludes with the powerful and often mysterious prophetic book of Revelation, which unveils a prophetic vision of the end times and the ultimate triumph of God and His kingdom. So, why is understanding this structure so helpful? It is because each category or group of books serves a specific purpose and has a unique literary style. Knowing that the Pentateuch contains foundational laws, or that the Gospels tell the story of Jesus, helps you approach the text with the right context. This intentional structure truly empowers you to navigate through the Bible effectively, making it less daunting and more insightful. In summary, the Bible, in its entirety, is a divine library comprised of the Old and New Testaments. Each testament contains a rich array of books, grouped by genre and theme, offering unique insights, historical accounts, life teachings, prophecies, and ultimately, a coherent narrative of God's redemptive plan for humanity. We encourage you to explore the Bible further to deepen your understanding and enrich your life. Don't be intimidated. Grab a Bible, start reading where you feel led, maybe a gospel like John, or a psalm for comfort, and begin to discover the profound wisdom and richness within each book. In conclusion, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I encourage you to stay strong in the Lord and never give up faith. Remember, the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. So continue to pray fervently and trust in God's promises. If you found this overview helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more insights into the Bible. Also, please share this video with anyone who might benefit from understanding the Bible structure. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.